Hi guys, so as we've been discussing, we will be continuing with our mind maps. So today we will be doing animal kingdom, right? So in the previous video we have discussed the basis on which animal kingdom was classified. Today we will look at the classification up to chordates, and then the presence of notochord, protochordata and chordata we'll do in a separate video, right? So let's start. Kingdom Animalia was classified on multiple bases. As you know, as we have already discussed, there was basis of level of organization, body plan, coelom, type of coelom, number of germ layers, body symmetry, type of reproduction, and then presence and absence of notochord, and many more. Out of them, the most important ones have been taken to form a flowchart of classification. So let's start. Animalia was initially classified on the basis of levels of organization. And was divided into cellular or tissue and organ system level of classification, right? So whether the body levels of body planning is only at an aggregate of cells, or do we have tissues and further developed organ systems? And on the basis of that, the first porifera was classified, right? Poriferans, all poriferans, those are your sponges. They have cellular level of body plan. Now sponges, why are they called porifera? Because the word pori comes from the word pore bearing, right? So they have multiple pores on their body, which gives them their name porifera. Okay, they have one opening at the top, which is the osculum. The water goes in with the food and comes out through the same, right? We will classify all of these later, but as of now, porifera are pore bearing organisms. They are the sponges, exclusively marine. Now for tissue and organ system level, it was further classified on the basis of presence or absence of the coelom. Right? So those who did not have any coelom, right, a coelomate. So as we know, coelom is body cavity. So those didn't have any coelom was further divided on the basis of symmetry. Now this being said, try and understand this. Radial symmetry also pertains to sponges. Bilateral symmetry also pertains to all of the ones below. So we will consider that when we are introducing one basis of classification, everyone before has the lower level and everyone coming next has the higher level, right? So there is no coelom or a coelomates were classified on the basis of body symmetry into radial body symmetry, that is this body symmetry in any axis, and bilateral body symmetry, right? So radial body symmetry, we have coelenterata and cnidaria. Coelenterata have a body cavity which is known as coelenteron, hence they get the name coelenterata, and cnidaria have cnidoblasts or nematocytes, which are basically your stinging cells, right? So jellyfish, they also have dimorphism, right? They have dimorphic life cycle, so where you have a polyp and a medulla stage. Now bilateralism was found in platyhelminthes first. Platyhelminthes are your flatworms, and going on below, everybody will be then bilateral unless stated otherwise, because biology is the science of exceptions. Moving on to pseudocoelom, where the coelom is not entirely mesodermal in nature. So here pseudocoelom is where all of this is filled with mesodermal cells, right? So pseudocoelomates were the nemathelminths or the roundworms. They are also called nematodes or aschelminths. And then eucoelomates, those that have a true coelom, right? They were divided on the basis of the origin of the coelom. So as we have discussed earlier, if coelom is of mesodermal origin, then it's called schizocoelom, and if it is of endodermal origin, then it's called enterocoelom. Schizocoelom was found in Annelida, called Annelida because of the presence of annules or metamerism, ring-like structure, right? Metamerism, pseudo-metamerism obviously. Arthropoda, arthros, the word arthro means joint and poda means legs. So they are your insects, right? The largest known group of organisms, and spiders, your millipedes and centipedes. They all come under this group of jointed legs, so they have paired legs and they are called the arthropoda. Finally, mollusca is another group of schizocoelomate where you have an extremely soft body, hard mantled structure, right? So a good example would be your snails. That's your molluscans. Now, enterocoelomates, the highest level of coelomate classification, was further divided on the basis of absence or presence of notochord. So this was division done on the basis of the notochord. So if notochord is found to be present, then you have echinoderms. As the name suggests, echinos means spines or spicules and derms means skin. So their skin or their outer surface is spiculated in nature with calciferous spicules. And one interesting thing about them is that their adults are radial, but their larvae are bilateral, right? There is a retrogression in metamorphosis in this case, but not really metamorphosis, there is retrogression when it grows up, and this is an exception to the rule in echinodermata. So your starfishes, for example. Now, those that have stomochord. So what is the stomochord? It is a rudimentary notochord which is found in hemichordata. Interestingly, hemichordata was later placed under chordates, but then it was found that the stomochord is very different from the notochord. It is a collection of epidermal cells which does not provide the support that a notochord does, and it's only found in the proboscis area, and therefore hemichordata was separated. So that's balanoglossus for you. And then finally the presence of notochord. Now notochord can be present in a rudimentary stage or can be present as a vertebral column later in life. But notochord, if produced in the larval condition, then they are called chordates. Okay? And sorry, they are called protochordates. So you will have larval notochord which may or may not persist throughout life. But if they have it in the larval stage, that's protochordata. And if the notochord gets changed or modified into a vertebral column during the process of development, then it's chordata, right? So these are your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 groups of non-chordates, 1 hemichordate, and you have 2 groups in chordata bearing, right? Now therefore this classification will obviously vary from the rest, which we will do in the next video. I hope this mind map is helpful to you. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.